bit late. I didn't
No
mean to do
problem,
that.
dude. Oh, it's countdown beginning, as we say. I'm waiting for it to pop up on Restream. And
It's such a fine line between stupid and clever. Yeah.
Now look, I get that a lot of people aren't sure that we're serious about this. I know that we don't exactly have the strongest reputation on privacy right now, to put it lightly.
What's up, Cyber Space Cadets? It's Cyber Prostate in the house. It's Friday night, and this is what you do when you're bored in Saudi Arabia. That's right. Fucking oil, I guess gasoline costs like 10 cents a fucking gallon, so it's pretty fun. But in the house with me tonight, of course, you're watching the CREEM Stream. We're getting rid of the Arabs, and before we get going and introduce everybody in the house, I want to say hey to Goatman and Killing Joke and Hannibal, JTR. What's up, people? And of course, I'm going to introduce everybody before you get ready to go. People in the house with me tonight are none other than, of course, my usual cohort on Friday night, Trippypoop. What's up, man?
Hello. I'm doing good.
All right, and we got two special guests. Timma couldn't make it tonight, but she's not gone. You saw her in the credits. All right, so in her stead is the lovely Prospero, 58.
Hello, y'all.
And our special guest tonight is a guy that I'd like to call Stone Monkey. What's up, dude?
What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Hi, all right. Thanks for having me on, man.
Dude, that's right, man. So it's a CREEM Stream time, everybody. Y'all had a good week and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Got home from a big vacation. All wore out.
Muslim jump rope. That's funny, Hannibal and Neil, because when I saw that, I opened up with this Arabs doing this. You just got to watch it. It's fun. They couldn't see it, so that's between you and me in the chat. So, and that was for y'all. We enjoyed that Mark Zuckerberg zit too, man. That was. Yeah, we're not known for privacy.
Somebody's hands are cold. Your hands are
cold?
cold?
Oh, dude, that was me. Shit, y'all could hear that?
It's been happening completely, too. I could hear it. Yeah,
man. It's really weird. It's like I'm hot in some places. I'm cold in others.
I was picturing a certain meme that won't be mentioned. Put your hands together.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't.
No, dude, my nose is not that big. So anyway.
I was leaving the coffee alone. He wasn't doing the gigabytes of hot coffee or anything. He's fine.
That's right. That's right.
That's something you have to walk away from stream to do, guys.
Uh-oh.
I brought back an old meme. Let's bring it back, guys.
That's
Start
right.
looking Andy about it.
Mm-hmm. Now we're in the Trippy room. Not named after you, sir, but definitely if you have
green or purple in there,
panache for psychedelics, then this should be a pleasant experience for you. And it is also it's not an homage to Burning Man, though. That's an homage to a horror film, but that's a joke. Okay. And, all right, without any further ado, y'all want to jump in and get the news rolling and shit?
Yeah, I was going to ask you what the first story was.
Well, the first story is the kind of story that makes everybody angry. It's the Avengers Endgame fans were exposed to measles at a midnight premiere, LA officials say.
Aw, that's great. That's not happy.
Isn't that sweet? They said a woman in her 20s who attended a midnight premiere of Avengers Endgame in California may have exposed the opening night audience to measles, the LA Times reports. This woman who lives in Placentia, which isn't at least a bit amusing when you're thinking about measles.
Strange name, man.
Yeah, well, it's California, what the fuck. She contracted the illness while traveling overseas. She was not aware that she was sick when she attended the showing of the blockbuster movie in Fullerton. Wonder how she contracted it. Maybe she wasn't vaccinated?
That's a possibility, but were they not vaccinating people that long ago? How long ago did that stuff start becoming
1965.
Just now?
Or 63. Is
that when they started implementing
about
vaccine,
63,
or is that when
yeah,
people started being
when they started regularly vaccinating
children?
I
I was asking when it started to when people started to not vaccinate their kids, like when
the
that
anti-vaxxers.
yeah, when
It
they
was-
started. I don't even know when they started.
There's always been anti-vaxxers. It's just become a big boom in the last, it seems like 5 or 6 years.
It's that doctor, and I can't remember his name. But there was a link to autism.
Mm-hmm.
And that started
He-
the ball rolling, and Jennifer McCarthy, oh my God.
Yeah. She
It was
was.
one doctor's study, but I heard that doctor actually had his license revoked and everything
Well,
before this.
that makes
Before
sense.
this.
No.
Yeah, so it's basically a falsified study because he wanted the results of the study to come out a certain way. That's how it came out.
God damn it. That just
You know.
makes it all that much worse.
Mm-hmm.
God damn anti-vaxxers.
Yeah, and what's pathetic about this is we've seen 704 cases this year, according to this article, across 22 states.
Yep.
And it was just in 2000 that the disease was declared eliminated nationwide.
Oh yeah, I live where I'm at. It was ground zero when that shit went off originally. It sucked. I had to go to the urgency care back in February, and I was there for 6 hours before I got seen because there was over 100 people there for measles. So I was like, Jesus Christ, y'all got the measles, or y'all think you got the measles? I'm just kind of sitting there going, this is the worst day of my life.
Yeah, they were saying in I think they said in about 2000 or 2001, we had basically had group immunity to measles.
Yeah.
There weren't really many cases, maybe one or two every once in a while,
Yeah,
And then all
and-
these anti-vaxxers started coming around, and now it's in the multiple hundreds of people that have it.
well, and
Wow, was that a pickle?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Pickle, what's happening, man? Pickle Jesus.
What's good?
Praise the gherkin, man.
Praise
Yo, yeah, dude. I was vaccinated, but you know what? From what I heard, the vaccination shots are completely different than they used to be when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And the delivery system, from what I was told, looks pretty frightening. I guess it's like a 4-part needle or something like that, from what some people were telling me. I'm not sure if they do it the same way everywhere.
the only vaccination I had re-upped recently that I could speak to, because it was like before I left for college that they hit me with the MMR again, the measles and mumps rubella lumped together, was the DPT, because we had whooping cough coming back,
There you go, man.
Mhm.
and that one wears off apparently over time. The effect of the vaccine does, but so it's just more retarded, anti-vaxxers or unvaccinated people of illegal former residents, that's whatever what are we supposed to call them now?
Yeah, I saw a video the other day, and this guy was on there talking about how he was watching the news, and they show this little baby that supposedly has the measles, right? And now, you know what the news did is they got a photo off of Google and they photoshopped it to look like it had measles, right? And he's on his video bitching and saying that this is why we're easily lied to, is because they can show this fake baby who doesn't really have measles to us, and we'll believe that it's got measles.
Well,
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
I would refer everybody to a YouTuber by the name of Blind Press
Yeah.
to discuss what happens to 6-month-old children when they're exposed to the measles.
Right. Well, his argument was that they should be showing him what I walked away with anyways, right, is he wants you to be shown a real live baby with measles on TV. Like, is that his alternate here?
Yeah, dude,
'cause the guy
that's just
believes
sick.
everyone lies to him, so... And I posted it on my Twitter. I was like, we should go punch his comments. Like, whoever looks at that should just listen to that video. Just fill him with information. Don't be a jackass, but...
Yeah, because, it's...
Give him a good old slap of reality.
It is
Yeah, 'cause I
crappy
like
that they're lazy in their presentation of information. They do things like Photoshop because it just fuels the people with paranoid delusions.
Well, and I think, to be honest with you, I think that we're an over-informed populace at this point, which I didn't think was possible, but I think there's so much fucking information floating around, and there's so much bullshit, and there's so it's just, so you can't fish through what's the truth and and what's bullshit unless you're intelligent. Then of course you can kind of figure shit out, but we live in and that's I guess that's part of the bad part about living in a free country is that you've got some fucking morons here, man.
Well, and people are exposed to a whole lot of information that isn't true. Well, I read it on Wikipedia. Well, did you check the source material on Wikipedia? And you go and you look at the source material in this article that they quote you with authority, and it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's Vox or Jezebel or Vice, or it's like, no.
No shit.
Go to the library. They still have them. It's just... they're full of a lot of information and a lot of information being filtered through dumbasses.
Oh,
who don't understand stuff. It's why you get flat earthers and their so-called proof.
Yeah, like if you want something that you believe to be true, you just go online and be like, hey, is this true? And you'll find both articles, but you can find articles that say that whatever you believe is true.
Oh, just Google something outrageous and you'll find Quora.
Yeah, you can
just go into town on bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like,
Google,
like Tumblr of information.
Cigarettes are the cure for cancer. You'll probably find a group of people out there that thinks that's true.
Holy shit. You mean this whole time I've been smoking, I've been curing any cancer I might have? Fuck yes!
Oh, right. You could probably find a group of people that believes it.
It is the cure for life cancer.
That's an interesting way to say that.
Or you could say internet cancer.
See, I kind of like internet cancer, though. Internet cancer is fun because when I get tired of it, I just turn off the computer and walk away.
Here's a stoner question. What if when you die, you go into the internet? How horrible would that be?
Oh, God.
I would just... It depends on where I get stuck. Do you get stuck, or can you free roam?
I don't know, man, but it's making Dante's Inferno sound preferable.
They just send you to random places without your knowledge.
Oh, that could be a blessing and oh god, no, I don't know, man, because there's just so much horrible shit.
It's gonna send you to the Paul Brothers website, YouTube channels.
Oh god!
God no! I've never been there, and I don't ever plan on going there.
They'd make you watch each video the same amount of times that it has views. And that's how eternity is spent.
No, that is the worst punishment. That is so bad.
Fire down hell.
Yeah,
you get trapped in a room full of Rice Gums music.
Can this be like Pickle, can this be the Cult of Gherkins version of hell?
Yes.
Awesome. We're making canon here, folks. How do we do this all the time? Somebody's got to write this shit down, and it isn't going to be me.
You're stuck in a room full of Rice Gums music and mumble rap.
Oh no,
it's Mumbler.
Welcome
to Mumbler.
Make you listen to Ouija Magic. Or
but I'm mumbling,
man. When you die, you come back as a famous rapper. That's got to be pretty bad too.
I'd rather stay dead. To be honest. That's just me, man. You know what I'm saying?
You die and come back as Joe Bruce.
Or if I came back as a famous rapper, I'd want to be a Baby Ruth rapper.
I was the only one that would probably know who Joe Bruce was. That's Big Fat Violent J and Little Skinny Violent J at the same time. It's weird. It's weird. Anyways,
all right. Well, hey, let's talk about this dude. Yeah, this dude stabbed his nephew. Well, I'm on this dude here. Okay, he stabbed. Oh shit! I thought
okay.
I gotta find it too.
Popped up to the guy that stabbed him for taking too long in the bathroom.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on this one real quick.
It's what a sweet person. If the article will only open for me,
it reminded me of Friday, the movie, with the son in the kitchen and the dad, except in the bathroom. It's like, you motherfucker in the bathroom all the motherfucking time.
Oh my God. Okay, so this DeLand man stabbed his nephew 4 times with a 6-inch fillet knife for taking too long in the bathroom.
What
Claimed
the fuck?
And claimed that the younger man also made him feel disrespected, police said. Dan Johnson, 72, was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. He was being held without bond in Volusia County Branch Jail on Wednesday. Florida man.
He will cut a bitch, that's for sure.
Yeah, no kidding, without even the warning.
What's a Florida man? Oh, it's a Florida man.
He's
That explains
Florida
it all. Okay.
another Floridian. That's right.
No, I'm seeing his face. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I can see it.
Little James Brown going on there, man, to me. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
This is the Florida conspiracy.
Man, I stabbed him because, he's taking too goddamn long in the bathroom, and I need to take a shit. Goddamn motherfucker, goddamn couldn't get out of the goddamn shit fucking fast enough, so I had to stab motherfucker. I need to shit.
Do people in Florida realize that he is their most well-known superhero, Florida man?
Smokey! See you back there?
Yeah, honest to God, this guy apparently, the deal was that his dad would let him use the bathroom, so he parked in his father's driveway. And he was about to get in the shower when his uncle came banging on the door. The nephew stated his uncle started yelling at him, saying, "You need to come out of the bathroom, and you've been in there too long." So they ended up having to evac this guy.
How old was the nephew?
They don't.
You think the nephew might have just discovered his dick?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
if the dude who stabbed
getting
him was
showered.
72 years old, it'd be kind of strange if his nephew was that young.
I need to tell Blind Press something. It's a Phantasm. Good ear though. Yeah, I've been like playing background music of horror films from the 80s. It's good stuff, man.
Oh, the 80s had the best horror films.
And the best horror film music, I think. With that very simple stuff. Anyway, I don't want to get off on a tangent on my own fucking show here. What about all right?
They don't say the age of the victim.
Yeah.
Oh yes, they do. Wait a minute, he's 29.
Oh, then no.
So he had already discovered the gherkin before that.
That's actually...
Praise the gherkin!
Yeah, praise the gherkin. He was praising his gherkin. He could have still been praising his gherkin.
Yeah, unfortunate family.
And, well, the uncle was 70-something, so he was like, "Oh, my God, what's that? You've got a snake coming out of you." And then he stabbed him. He was like, my nephew is possessed. It was just an Alzheimer's moment.
It could, who knows? I kind of wonder about the mental state.
Isn't it like Freddy Krueger,
Because he just went into his room and he said his nephew had opened the door and buffed up at him.
That is something that could come out of a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Buffing up is like puffing your chest out and getting a fucker's grill. So.
He was probably like, "Get out of here! Quit looking at my dick."
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, they said he did not take a fighting stance, make verbal threats, or otherwise threaten to attack. The uncle just went into his room, grabbed a narrow-bladed butcher or fillet knife, and walked back to meet his nephew. Stabbed him in the stomach.
Dude.
So he intended to kill him.
Makes you wonder if the uncle had maybe been in prison.
Man, that guy really had to take a shit, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah, Pickle's getting at it right, I think. The guy shanked him. There's prison rules. Get the fuck out of my bathroom.
Well,
do it. Prison rules. Fine.
He's gonna.
Nobody else
gonna end up dying in prison.
Nobody else was informed that these were the rules. He just decided it that day. That motherfucker is still in the bathroom. I'm gonna stab him. He said that last week, right?
Yeah.
He just made good on his promise, probably.
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna stab you.
I told you. You're gonna get cut next time.
Mm-hmm.
wake up and cut a fish.
That's right.
Take a shower. I mean,
Yeah.
If you want to go down to the Salt Lake City story, we can do that next. But we don't have to go to anything. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to communicate.
Yeah. This is a happy story. This woman is slap damn nuts. Absolutely slap damn nuts. South Salt Lake City.
That's a woman, people.
It's
That one's a woman? Okay.
yeah.
That was the part of the story. And then you said that.
She won the D. Snyder Beauty Contest.
D. Snyder with black hair.
It's just I saw that picture and I was like,
Holy
that's
shit.
a girl.
Damn.
I think I know that dude.
Unfortunate, man. No shit.
There's a guy who hangs out, outside the concerts. He's like, "Hey man, you need some boosted tickets?"
This
It's
is
male.
wrong.
Goatman
Oh,
says,
it's
"Can we
rare.
say inbreeding? Anybody?"
That's probably the case too. Pickle's probably right again. It's ma'am. Yes.
Yes.
So how many people with the name Weissman do you think live in Salt Lake City? Just a question. I don't know. We can't make too many assumptions, but the hair and the nasal situation might imply something.
None of them are this feminine.
Well, I don't know though. I didn't know Drano was the common attempted murder game of. This is just amazing. She's been arrested after being accused of attempting to kill her boyfriend with drain cleaner. She said that she gave it to him so, quote, he would go into eternal sleep.
Okay.
She told investigators after she'd been Miranda'd that she'd intentionally given her 50-year-old boyfriend the chemical, knowing it would kill him. He survived and is hospitalized, and he told them he thought she was giving him medicine. Because he was partially asleep.
How would you? That stuff's gotta have a fucking taste to it. That's just not right.
You don't have time to spit it out.
Dave Grohl.
If you're half asleep and you've swallowed some of it, you are in deep doo-doo.
Well, all right. So there was this big urban legend about somebody about a prostitute being killed with Drano, and I've got two Drano stories. I'll throw in real quick here. I've got family in a place called Sand Mountain, Alabama, that are known as Holiness. Okay, and they don't do as much now, but they used to handle poisons and poisonous reptiles and shit, snakes, etc.
Yeah.
And my aunt's husband by marriage, I guess my uncle by marriage, his dad died from drinking Drano, and they didn't take him to the hospital because he didn't have the Holy Spirit. They said because he should have been able to drink it. Right.
Oh,
yeah.
what the fuck?
And the prostitute thing, that's from the movie Magnum Force, the second Dirty Harry film. There's a scene where pimp pours Drano down a hooker's throat because she didn't bring him enough money, and he ends up getting shot. Anyway, so that's where that shit comes from. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've got people that handle snakes. They took me to one of their services one time, and it scared the shit out of me. So, but they weren't handling snakes. They were just like having convulsions and speaking in tongues and shit.
Yeah.
Just the normal shit.
The holy roller,
those
normal shit.
Oh my god, it was crazy. Yeah, I was raised Catholic. You know what I'm saying,
dude? There's a song by a guy called Boondocks called "They Pray with Snakes."
I was raised Mormon. It was horrible.
LDS.
Horrible. Just horrible. Or, I mean, miserable. Sorry. Just miserable.
You said you heard it this morning.
Just miserable, baby. Miserable. That's right.
I love what they charged this chick with, though. It's 1 count of surreptitious administering of a certain substance.
Dude.
It is.
The hell?
That's
I know.
vague.
She's also been
Vague.
Damn.
Yeah, she's been charged with attempted murder. But this 1 count of surreptitious administering of a certain substance. It's
Did
like,
she inject him with
it? Your code book?
No, she gave it to him in a spoon.
Oh.
Yeah, he thought he was taking medicine. Yeah.
That's some fucked up tasting medicine right there.
Well, he was partially asleep.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah.
It'll attack. As soon as it hits something, as soon as it gets wet, it starts
Because I gotta
doing
say,
its thing. Yeah.
kind of a fear of mine, is like if I piss off the wrong chick, that I will not wake up one day because she filled one of my needles with, instead of insulin, she gives me shit.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be clear. I'm not gonna smell it.
Yeah, that's a woman, Pinkalo, man. Just saying. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude, that's fucked. That'd be scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I understand.
Mild fear.
Well, we can give you a new thing to be afraid of.
All the time.
Don't crack
Actually.
your neck. You might have a stroke.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second, man.
Because this is weird.
Yeah, this guy right here. Well, that
Yeah,
guy
pops on its own.
Yeah, we're kind of covering his
Seriously
face.
weird.
I'll move him. Please indulge us.
Oh, well, this 28-year-old man cracked his neck and nearly lost his life after he suffered a major stroke. Josh Hader ended up at Mercy Hospital in Oklahoma City after tearing his vertebral artery, which leads to the brain. His wife had been telling him, "Don't pop your neck, you're going to cause a stroke." Dr. Vance McCollum of Mercy Hospital told him. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. Cracking your neck or having it manipulated, as in like by a chiropractor, can carry a risk of stroke, according to Dr. Nura Ora, a family medicine physician and member of the ABC News medical team. It places the vertebral artery in vertebral artery in a precarious position, prone for injury. Studies have shown a correlation between increased risk of stroke in people who get their necks manipulated. He was on the younger side to experience a stroke. You think?
Yeah.
He was 28.
28 years old, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
It's like that's an understatement.
Mhm.
But cracking his neck likely led to one because of a tear in the lining of the artery caused an obstruction of blood flow to the brain. He's been recovering from the stroke, which left him wearing an eye patch because of an injured nerve, using a walker for several days, and he had the hiccups for a week and a half.
Oh,
Apparently
damn.
a right brain stroke.
That's
Damn, dude.
And he's
Fuck.
the father of two, and he said, "I can't do any of the things normally, with my kids that he could. He can't pick the child up out of the crib."
All right, so I'm going to admit, I pop my neck pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Me too. Now I'm scared.
No shit.
I guess I'll be quitting that too.
And as soon as we started reading this, it's getting that it was getting that twinge where I was kind of wanting to pop it, and now I'm like, no.
Like,
No.
I should do it. I'm on stream. It'll be great. Nope.
It's like,
Let's all simultaneously crack our necks. If one of us dies, blame it on Trippy. I'm fine with this.
Yeah, we can do the public service part of this if you'd like.
Yeah.
His doctor reminded everyone that the key word for stroke symptoms, FAST, standing for facial droop, arm weakness, slurred speech, and time to call 911. This guy said the moment he heard the pop, everything on his left side started to go numb. I got up and tried to get an ice pack from the fridge, and I remember I couldn't walk straight. As the symptoms developed, his father-in-law ultimately brought him to the emergency room where he was treated. Now, the risk from getting a stroke from cracking your neck may be small overall. The biggest risk factors are hypertension, heart disease, and smoking. I think I'll flame one up and take a shot of a beer.
There you go.
I just put that aside.
Because I'd like to have the hiccups for a week and a half. Good Lord. 28 years
And you
old.
can get on talk shows back in the 90s, but
Yeah,
I think that only works back in the 90s.
it did.
Need a time machine. This is getting a little bit too hard to. I don't think you should crack your neck.
Well, no, you can get on Jerry Springer because like everybody can get on there.
oh yeah, Jerry.
He's got a game show now too called The Package. It's pretty good.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's not bad. He's had it for a couple of years. Okay, my cat just jumped on the couch and almost fell down. What's the matter, cat? What's the matter? You stoned? Did you get catnip?
Yeah.
He's
Well,
acting like fucking. Anyway,
Pinkalo mentioned in the chat a little bit earlier about who had heard of the Fire Festival. Well, ironically enough, the whole Woodstock thing's gone tits up.
Yes.
They were going to do the
Good.
50th anniversary of Woodstock at Watkins Glen.
That was only one good Woodstock.
Yeah, well, that's it. And this
Just leave it alone. Yeah.
this is one of these complicated articles full of a lot of useless information. But a major backer has pulled out because the venue shrunk by 50% from 150,000 occupancy to 75,000. And the reason
Wow.
for the change is the city officials in Watkins Glen said a big chunk of the land needed to be used as campgrounds to accommodate the concert goers. What kind of reminded me of the Fire Festival, because this guy better like either put up or shut up now. Now that major backers have pulled out, he and his attorney are saying they're still proceeding with Woodstock, with planning and production, and this Dentsu Aegis that pulled out doesn't have any right to cancel it. And I'm like, dude, you're not going to make a go of it at 75,000 attendees.
Nope.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of the fire festival, now that it's been mentioned, Big Fat Brian and I are going to be, or the Butter Baron, excuse me, will be covering the Netflix documentary about the fire festival next Thursday. Yeah. So yeah, it's thank you.
Well, the guy that was, the guy that's gone to prison for fraud is trying to shop a book called Prometheus, because he can't
Prometheus?
spell Prometheus. No. He's spelling it Promythus.
Yeah, it sounds like a rapper, maybe a rapper.
Yeah, Prometheus, the firebringer.
Oh,
FY.
No, God.
It's not that he's a rapper, it's just he's retarded.
I'm kidding, man. That was a
Well, isn't that the same thing?
All right, Joe.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing, though?
Yeah, we're all gonna have to borrow Tailed Features. Great comment.
When did
about
screen
the
names get less ridiculous than rapper names?
Who knows?
Your email address should be more ridiculous than any person's name they go by.
You say to someone named Irate Prostate?
Well, I mean, online. Yeah, well, my email.
Call me irate because I am pissed.
So that's Woodstock and Fire Festival all fucked up. White people just can't do music.
No, well, Fire Festival was kind of doomed.
I don't know. Consider that it was a fraudster who wasn't named Krasenstein running it.
It's pretty crazy, the whole situation. So, but yeah, so Piccolo, what I'll probably do is I'll probably use that article and tie it in with the thing we do next week. So thank you. That's awesome. It's always a lot more fun to do, without having to cram in so much production type stuff, behind stuff. But I have a blast doing this. I love this show. Yeah, do y'all want to start watching some vids and look at some?
Sure.
I mean, there's a little bit of everything on this one. Of course, the thought block got a little bit thicker today.
Nice.
All right. So
Literally
and figuratively. Okay.
That should get you more views.
Yeah. So so stick around for the thoughts, man, and there are a couple of CHBs in there too. And that's
I like women.
common hassle bitch. Yeah.
I thought
I got to bring Prospero up to speed on these. You know what a thought is, right? That hoe over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I do
Okay.
know. what a thought is.
It's like I learned this stuff. I have to share. I have to share knowledge.
I have speed dial to Urban Dictionary.
That's right. All right. Well, let's pop over to the video page, and we're going to listen to this lady tell us about a new thing called the vampire facial, and something happened because of the vampire facial. Now, listen to this shit, y'all.
Hi, Pat. Also, we want to warn our viewers tonight the video could be considered graphic. Tonight, a dermatologist here in Beverly Hills says there's lots of questions people should be asking before they get this done. When Kim Kardashian tried the vampire facial on TV, the procedure took off. Dr. Susan Evans, a cosmetic dermatologist in Beverly Hills.
It was exciting because people wanted to do something that they thought was actually their own materials rather than, using something like a filler or something like Botox.
Dr. Susan performs vampire facials.
You use your own blood, actually the plasma-rich portion of your blood, to be re-injected back into your face to stimulate collagen, elastin, plump it, smooth it.
She's shocked to hear 2 women in New Mexico tested positive for HIV after getting vampire facials at a spa by an esthetician in Albuquerque, according to the state's health department.
I can only imagine what it must be
Well,
like to go in
share needles.
Cosmetic procedure and come out HIV positive. That's so serious.
Did you give people AIDS, bitch? Did she do it?
No, it was in Mexico. That's where they got it.
Okay. Needles were cared for and disposed of.
They could have gotten the blood mixed up of 2 different patients, one who had HIV and one who didn't. Another is that the device itself may not have been properly sterilized, or they may not have changed the tip.
Dr. Susan encourages clients
So
to
I'm
use
saying
a
they didn't change the
licensed
tippies.
physician or
You gotta always
dermatologist
change the
and
tip,
ask
damn it.
questions when getting work done.
This looks stupid.
I mean, come on, it's just the tip. I mean,
It's so stupid. Just don't do the procedure. You're safe.
And any reputable
I took away the
medical
whole
place won't mind you
possibility
asking
of this happening to you.
And the California Health Department was checking for us tonight to see if there's been any issues here in our state.
Monkey smash.
Get back to us tomorrow. I'm Crystal Cruz, live in Beverly Hills tonight. Pat and Jeff, back to you.
And all right, so what do y'all think about this? Do you think this is some kind of bullshit?
It's complete bullshit.
Yeah, it's like some kind of snake
It's
oil.
so stupid.
Yeah. I don't know, Prospero. What did you think? I was interested in to hear your take on that shit.
This is what you get being that vain. I mean, I hate to say it, but people risk their lives all the time over vanity.
Yeah.
And
I want to see the credentials of that doctor we just interviewed too. I don't know. She just seemed a little thoughty to me. And speaking of thoughts, let's keep the thought blocker rolling. All right. Not a lot to talk about except check this out.
oh, fuck yeah!
They're not.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Check this out, man.
Hey, Pickle. It's Peanutty. It's Peanutty. She's just, this is before her ass extended further.
Yeah, Peanutty has like 5 times the ass.
Her legs are her ass cheeks.
You know, it's going to get to a point where people are going to start asking for the thought block. Just saying.
Hey,
Be favorite, probably.
Hit S. What does S stand for?
Ooh. Spooky snacks.
No, I don't think so.
Six. S stands for top block.
Sexy?
I think more like probably smells like sweat.
Yeah, I just don't like that view. Ew, good gravy.
Is that not fucked up or what, man? I just saw that. I said, what the fuck? I don't know why it keeps repeating itself, man.
oh shit!
I'm talking to me, yeah, man.
Alright, I can dig this.
Great balls of fire.
Holy shit, I can do that. Oh, I used to be able to do that. It's not with fire because the only time I ever did that, I almost got myself on fire.
Yeah, I don't want to get a copyright thing on it, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, pop that beat on there.
But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I apologize, Prospero, if you're offended. That's just,
No.
boys gonna be
Monkeys.
you know.
Monkey smash.
Don't fuck around, take it seriously. Head up, chest up, big chest, tight back.
These weigh 8 pounds.
Squat, man. How much is that shit, man? It looks like about, what, 400 pounds?
The funniest part is if she was just let one go, you just see a big old bulge for a second in the back.
Right.
Dude.
Just rip ass. Oops.
Come on. You gotta fart at least once.
Couple quicks. And she accidentally gave birth. Nobody knew she was pregnant.
How much was that, do you think she was squatting, man? That looked like a lot to me.
Yeah, the last one
14
looked like
pounds.
it was getting ready to take her left
And
knee
our
out.
final thought block is a CHB trying to run the zip line here. Kids are showing her that it was set up for the kids.
Oh, no.
So they're giving her a hand.
No, just go from right there.
That's right, go from right there. And
You can do it.
Oh!
nice. Bing.
I've done some pretty similar shit to that when I was a kid, but not that bad.
Oh man, this is the Amish barn moving thing, man. I just saw this. I thought it was cool as shit.
That was remarkable.
Yeah, they all just pick the thing up and move it. The whole, all the men, of course.
That,
The
if you
women
witness
and
that and
children.
didn't know,
Hey, this is some toxic masculinity I'm seeing right now. Why are there no women in there helping?
it's okay. They got like one chick in there wearing a fake beard. You know.
Former internet star Kai the Hitchhiker faces up to life in prison after being found guilty of first-degree murder.
Yeah, Kai the Hitchhiker. If you were a fan of his on YouTube, he's gonna.
Oh,
he's,
wow.
Yeah, he sunsetted himself by murdering somebody.
30-year-old Caleb
He joined Russian Deadpool.
Kai McGilvery was convicted
Probably
of
be
killing
right.
Yeah, I heard he was
Cellmate's
wanted
attorney Joseph
because like they
Galfi in May
found
2013.
apparently he got
His body was
picked up by
found
the
in his
old
Clark
dude when
home.
he was hitchhiking,
McGilvery
right?
was arrested in Philadelphia days
And then
later.
they
Sentencing
later
was
found the
scheduled
dead
for
body,
June
and like
13th.
this
He
dude
gave
was in
internet
some other
fame
part of the
an interview
state. I think
describing how he used a hatchet
he was the last person that had contact
He's
with
the
the guy.
hatchet.
worker
It's it,
who
yeah,
was
the
attacked.
news guy said he used
Matt
the
Yurich
hatchet to
for
kill him.
CBSNewYork.com.
Dude.
Well, here's an
But if you watch the older footage of Kai, that dude was like always peace and love. You know, peace and love, dude. You know, hippie motherfucker.
Right.
I don't know. It's weird.
Did you watch much of his
Murder,
stuff?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, but I recently watched like I think it was one of Wang's videos. I think he
Right.
did one on Kai.
Oh.
It was either him or this dude Wavy Web Surf. But I watched like behind the meme kind of shit, but it's, I don't know, better done than that damn channel.
Everybody say the freedom.
Freedom!
That's right.
We're all gonna turn into that lady.
That's right.
Come on, Pickle. Let's all put on blackface. I mean, wait.
And this video we got here, I don't understand what the fuck happened. I cannot remember why I fucking downloaded it.
No shit.
Oh, let's find out.
Well, here's an unusual story. A flying turtle shattered a man's windshield in Conway. That happened after another vehicle.
Wow.
Look, turtles, if you're out there, you don't have to commit suicide. If somebody can post the suicide hotline, please do. Life is worth living. You know,
suicide's not a good answer.
It's a permanent answer to a temporary problem.
You know, I was gonna say this is why when I was a kid, I didn't let my turtle watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I knew he would go out and try to emulate it.
Exactly.
News 13, Sabrina Shutter spoke with the surprised motorist today, and a warning, you may find some images in the story graphic.
I still don't understand how it, like, the exact angle of that tire for it to just fling into my windshield.
John Gardner says stuff like this never happens to him. But yesterday it did while he was driving into work down Highway 501 in Conway.
So there's no overpass. So nobody threw it.
Hit a turtle and sent it into Gardner's windshield.
Oh, that is fucked up.
They drove over the turtle, they're saying.
He was like,
and the tire launched the turtle into the guy's windshield.
Like, I didn't know there was any in my hair and stuff like that, so I'm just like, oh, okay.
Covered
The turtle
in
cut his
glass.
hair?
He looked like the guy in Glass.
Rob's Auto Body says it didn't make it.
Yeah, I was definitely
rest in
surprised because, like,
peace.
I couldn't even tell
Did
what
it
it was
slice
at
a
first because it's
chunk
like
of
this
his hair
big
out?
black
Rip turtle,
dot
rip
coming at me,
turtle.
and it's like I couldn't
What
move at all,
the
really.
fuck?
I think
Is
that's
that
just his
I was
hairstyle.
like, oh, okay.
He looks like
I
Mr.
hope
Glass.
it's bad.
Picture
Garner
froze.
says police
Man,
were
why did
called to the
freaking
scene and a guy
Michelangelo
who
have to
can
die,
totally
man?
got
He
out
was
of his
funny.
truck.
He checked on
My
me,
turtle's
like,
name when I
was
was a
both
kid was
stopped because they didn't
Michelangelo.
try all the pay, everything like
F
that.
as
Oh, fuck, man. My bad.
Yeah,
fatality.
that's why I wouldn't let him watch the movie.
The wipers and stuff like that.
Those
all
are the
got
best
broken,
movies
too.
ever. That was the first movie I ever went seeing as a kid.
Yeah.
Gardner says he had
I
no
mean, he
time
saw the
to
cartoon a
react
couple
and had
times,
no
but,
space
you
on the
know.
road to move out of the way of
That's
the
probably not him.
I miss the old
Auto
Ninja
Body
Turtles,
Shop
man. The
says
new
they buried
stuff's
the
just
turtle.
not quite
Reporting for News 13,
quite the
I'm
same.
Sabrina Shutters.
Yeah, I remember the original comic, man, and I've actually had
Oh,
some
they were all
issues with
bloody
that.
and gory
All right, now
and
this
shit.
is this is a Uber guy, right? And this is in Detroit. Your neck of the woods, Trippy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and
Is he in Dearborn?
no, this is Detroit. Is what it said. Maybe it said Flint. That's right.
Oh yeah, Flint.
Yeah, this
See,
is Flint,
don't drink that water.
Yeah, no shit, man. So all
It'll
right,
make you
so
wear
it looks like that this dude is gotten carjacked, the Uber driver. They got a gun and they tried to hit him with it, and they hit him with it and stuff. And then watch this. This is what's so interesting.
Wrong car.
They didn't have the keys. He's got the keys. So they're hopped. They hopped their ass
You
out.
dumbass! You dumbass! Get the fuck out of my car!
He still got the gun with him though, man. He said, "You son of a
Mhm.
bitch." You know? Shit. Now this is a I don't know. It looks like it's after hours. You know,
What?
What did I do?
Yeah, she's already taken her shoes off.
Oh my god!
Oh, damn!
15 points.
That's a KO right there, man. Oh, damn, son!
Up 30. She falls.
Get it.
That's another 5 easy.
Get you some.
Yep.
Ooh, there it is.
I got it all on my goddamn Snapchat.
He does, man.
Dude, that guy won the internet for that one right there.
Yes, he did win the internet.
She on the floor.
God damn.
I got that on my Snapchat.
Holy shit, man.
That one chick
that was
is
like,
probably
holy
permanently facially fucked up now. Her face went right into that curve.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, now this kid is I think this is Great Britain. I'm not positive, okay, because I don't have the shit in front of me right now. But this kid throws a dog over.
Oh, that little shithead.
Yeah.
Fuck
Kill him!
Well, he's a ginger. He doesn't have a soul, so he's not scared.
Oh, I have a new mission in life currently.
Hunt that little pecker down and do the same thing.
That fellow ginger does not going to do something like that.
What's going to happen? Is it not over yet? It just went to a black screen? I'm all in anticipation, thinking there's going to be a part where the kid falls in.
Yeah, no,
I can't let a redhead get away with
the story.
something
Yeah,
like
the
that.
story was about him just doing that, and it was just.
I thought he was going to fall. That would have been great.
He should have, man. I mean,
yeah.
But the dog was like,
fuck
"Hey,
that fucker."
I know how to swim." The dog just took right to it. Was like, "Fuck you, man." He probably found a better owner.
I don't know, man. It's like
that water's cold as hell, right?
The dog versus cat thing. It's like it's like something I do know about dogs is that a dog will take a bullet for your ass. A cat won't.
Yep.
A cat will watch your ass die and say, "That was
I
nice
don't
of
know,
you,
man.
dude."
I don't know. My cats are pretty. My cats do. My boys do love the living shit out of me. So
Oh,
I mean,
Dude, if you died,
They'll
did you
just
know
eat
that
your
if you
face,
died-
and shit.
they would eventually your face. I
It's
mean,
within 30 hours. It's within 30 hours. They can't even go that long, and they start eating their owner.
All right, now this is at a McDonald's, I think. Yeah. Now this is a high school. What happens to a kid that wins a fight? He gets the shit beat out of him by the dude's friends. Man,
They're all hitting each other and shit at some point.
I'm delicately avoiding the racial thing.
There was some kid trying to pull back a lot of those. I'll give him credit for that.
Why is Dave Chappelle's crackhead character over there? You see him? He's wearing the trench coat. Is that Tyrone? He got the red hat on, trench coat. hoodie.
Somebody start crying.
That's right, Rody, just kick him. That's what I thought of when he first started playing that. You see him right there with the
Look at that guy, the guy with the punching. He's got like the cricket arms,
What a bunch of fucking pussies.
Come on.
Are they in a huddle? Yep. They're huddling each other.
Well, somebody tried to defend him.
Yeah, there's a chick.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
I'm glad the guy with the camera helped out so much.
Yeah. There was one kid pushing a bunch of others back, which I thought was interesting. It was the
Now, check out this
Ooh,
kid's
nice
move.
pause. Nice pause.
Watch this kid, like he kind of does this little dance thing while he's fighting this dude. It's funny.
Oh, gee, bam.
And flipped him the bird while he was doing it. That was pretty good.
Your boy got a left on him, man. Shit.
Yep.
And I do want to thank, Live Leak and World Star Hip Hop and fucking E-Bombs World for all these fucking great videos because, it's cool stuff. Now, this Japanese dude, it's his birthday. He's shit-faced, okay, and he's going to go jump in the river, because he wants to go swim. Remember the Scottish dude that we had last week that wanted to go jump in the river? Because he was drunk, remember? And he busted his face because he hit the chain and shit. Watch this.
Gonna show off.
Oh my God!
Do another boat. That had to be the surprise of his life. That was the surprise of his life.
Well, when he came to and sobered up, and why's my hip broken?
Because it looked like he broke something. He hurt himself bad. He's gonna feel that shit tomorrow. When
I
he
had
wakes
a
up.
great birthday, he says from his wheelchair in the hospital.
Who dyed my hair red?
All right, and
This is bloody.
this is this lady catches her husband using her EBT card to buy another woman food.
Oh, no.
Snap!
No, he did.
Oh yeah, he did.
He did.
We have it. That's so. What? He's gonna go. I guess he found the definition of a cheap date, and he was like, "Yes, I got my bitch's rich card. I'll buy this bitch some food. Maybe I got the popcorn."
That dude's sitting there, that dude's just like, I'm just buying my girl flowers. Buy my woman flowers. And this guy.
He's rethinking. He's rethinking his gender right now.
Dang, bro.
I don't play that shit. Y'all gonna see me in the flesh and in the fucking
She
real.
gonna shoot the camera.
I don't play that shit. Y'all gonna see me in the flesh and in the fucking real. I do not play that shit. You see that hole in the motherfucking ceiling right there? That's the first shot. The second one I won't fucking miss. I promise you. Try me. I won't.
Shot her neighbor.
I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I won't miss. I will not fucking miss. I won't miss.
She's pointing it at him.
She won't miss or she won't miss.
She keeps pointing it at him. He's like, "Stop pointing it at
You
me."
think I give a fuck? I don't
He
care.
is scared as fuck,
Get
just
the
as he
fuck
should
off
be.
of me. I don't care. Let all you
Oh, no.
fucking hoes know you in a motherfucking relationship now. Now. Let them know. 5, 4. No, look at the camera.
Better, dude. There's no other way out of that shit. God damn, dude. That bitch is crazy.
All right, this is not the greatest resolution. I apologize, but this is somebody in the store, just like remember that lady that was in Costco a couple weeks ago throwing shit. Well, you got another pissed off woman.
Down here, they would already have their shotgun from behind the counter and been like, just leave.
Right? I mean, after the first break, I mean, shit, dude, this is...
The first thing walking around here, you're gonna have a gun ready. They're gonna have it ready. They may not point it at you, but you make a fool out of yourself, you know. Become a threat like that.
I thought she was done.
This bitch don't give a fuck,
She's
man.
not done, man.
This dude's just recording. The listener's just recording it.
What is that? That's got to be Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I heard Latin ladies had a fiery temper.
Somebody needs to add like a total, you know, $1 per bottle.
Keep going on, man.
Yeah, it's really
Ding, 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 ding. Oh, cerveza. Ding, 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 ding.
Maybe that's what he's yelling out. He's like, it's $50. It's, yeah, or 7,000.
Mierda, mierda. That means shit.
Jeez, what happened? Why is she so pissed?
Dude. Now your husband possibly needed his deed. Hey, Lindsay.
No, by the way.
Get a free. Somebody needs to get a free.
And it's like nobody's gone over there to stop a bitch. It's like, you know.
Nobody wants to get their shoes all sticky.
And I just cut out 3 minutes. And she's still doing it. That bitch is pissed, man. Damn.
I want to do this now. I mean, she gets away with it. Come on now.
Now this is a loving, sexy dance.
She's like, leave me alone. She's going to leave me
She's mad as hell.
Like, kicking the nuts. This is great. She hashtag me too while she was in the church though, so how she texted that shit.
What the fuck are they doing?
He messed up her hair. She's gonna kill him after this.
You know, it's interesting because I had a video. I had a video of a couple doing it on a fucking subway in New York. And I decided not to put it in, man, because it was just too much. You couldn't see anything, but they were definitely like, she was definitely riding the D train, if you know what I'm saying, you know?
Oh, shit.
Damn shit, man. Yeah.
It's probably an hourly occurrence out there.
Yeah, no shit.
Her.
This dance is over. And we go to the next video. Uh-oh. All right, this is an Uber, okay? And this dude is drunk as shit and a racist. The Uber driver is an African-American male, somewhere in the vicinity of my age, maybe.
Your question.
Are you a car
driver? What do you mean? Am I a car driver?
This dude is shit-faced. Listen to him.
He's got the demon glow eyes.
Yeah. That's how you know.
Well, you gotta have them dash cams, man, if you're an Uber driver now, man.
What's your favorite position?
What's your favorite position? That's a good opener.
Mine! What is it? I don't understand what you are.
Clown! You tell me!
What is my favorite position? Do you understand the position as a nigger?
Oh my god.
Snap.
Nigger.
You might want to yell bleep when he says that. Bleep!
Yeah?
I missed.
Fuck him! Get the fuck out!
Wow, grab the steering wheel.
Come on!
Dude!
Hey! Green on! Do I have a fucking...
It sounds like a Haitian accent, doesn't
You
it?
fucking nigger cunt!
Dude is possessed by the devil.
It's Britain.
I arrest you!
I'm surprised he didn't just knock
Yeah,
him the
because
fuck
he's
out.
the steering wheel's on the right hand side.
It is. You're correct.
So he's not African American.
You understand who I am? You're a police officer. I'm a police officer, right?
Yeah.
Understand? You may understand,
Irish as
right, who
fuck,
I am?
too.
It is. They understand I'm a police
Get out of
officer.
the car! Get out of the car!
Yeah, fuck.
Get out of the car!
Get fired, man.
You're a police officer, yes?
Yeah, he's calling that
You may
dude the
understand
N-word. He's a
who I
fucking
am.
potato nigger himself, man. What the fuck?
God damn, that guy is fucked. Oh shit.
You're a nigger, right? And you fucking head.
I'm half Irish, man. I can say that shit.
Out.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
You pretend to get out so the dude shuts your door.
I'm
and
third generation American Irish. We're second generation, technically. My grandmother came here.
Hey, I'm pissed off and Irish and drunk.
Poor
It's
dude.
not a good combo. He's just now starting to feel them hits, but
Yeah, exactly.
he took that shit like a man, though. He was like, man, I'm
Dude,
just
that
gonna
dude
wait.
popping him and shit. Jesus.
He solved it pretty well. He didn't have to get any charges against him.
Nice, nice mountain biking.
Oh, and
That was a good save.
Ah,
Good
damn.
save.
Ah,
Nice.
damn.
All right, now check this out. Look behind her. God damn.
Is it going to be one of those
Yeah, she's
avalanches?
snowboarding, but you got to watch behind her. Right. No, it's not an avalanche. It's,
Okay. She's about to be triple X.
what is she singing? Is that Rihanna? All right. So she's got the stick thing, I guess, with the phone on it.
Yeah.
She's sliding down. Now look behind her to the left-hand side of the screen. Let's see.
Oh, I thought I heard a roar.
Oh, bear.
Is this a bear?
Oh shit.
I'm pretty sure she knows it's there, right?
No, she said she didn't.
Yeah, according to the caption up top, it says, I was singing Rihanna work and didn't know it was behind me.
You're gonna be a snack.
That bear's like, I'm fucking hungry, man.
The bear thought he saw Dancing Slim Jim.
I should be asleep.
She hit the real slope, and the bear's like, "Fuck it, it ain't worth it." That would just get stuck in my teeth. Good God.
Nice.
Oh!
She's caught in a dust devil.
Dust Devil got her.
Yeah.
She wrote that shit out, too. Wow. Bye.
Man, the whiplash on that launch must have been incredible.
And then you hear one person just go, this is how I lose all my friends.
Dude, that thing is tearing it up. I mean, basically, it's just an eddy. It's like a tornado without a fucking thunderstorm, you know?
This is what happens when somebody on the other side of the world kills a butterfly.
Is he okay? at least they're small and quick. I mean, just like microbursts. Microbursts are very dangerous.
The next video is her brother. I'm kidding, but it is kind of a cool coincidence. I found both of these today. I try to get these as fresh as possible. So this guy, I've been looking at a lot of parachute stuff, and some people, wear those flying squirrel suits and shit. Got some crazy fucking people. Great camera shot, GoPro stuff. So this guy's just jamming, man. He's jumped out of an airplane. He's not naked, like the Motley Crue song. It says skydiving naked from an airplane. But he is clothed, and oh no, oh shit, oh no,
Oh, he saved his ass. That building saved his ass.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and this
That
kid is
fucking arm, man.
Yeah,
That
he's
guy's
got a
fucking strong arm,
Yeah,
man.
exactly, man.
Whooping ass.
This is. I thought this was awesome. So, something. A little bit of everything here.
I can't even barely do one.
Damn.
Hey, give me a shirt.
That's awesome.
Oh shit! Thank you.
What a great kid.
Yeah, it really is amazing too. To
Yeah.
kind of,
All right.
God damn.
All right, now watch
Single
this.
size.
All right, this
And
guy,
then-
the guy in the middle of the street. All right, now pay attention. All right, because he's going to try to be a good Samaritan, and he ends up becoming a distraction for a driver. So, all right, so he's going to help the guy in a wheelchair get across the street. Right, boom.
Holy!
Ooh, I ran killed a guy in a wheelchair tonight.
Dude.
Up the guy's moving.
He's fine. That happened to him twice last week.
Man.
How do you think he ended up in a wheelchair?
Oh no, not again.
Hit F if you think it was a fatality. We're not going to find out.
I had to get by a car, man. I can tell you that's not fun. It's not fun.
Uh-oh.
Did we look at this before? This is a different one. That's right. This is in China.
Yeah.
Oh
my god.
Holy.
Is Ping Shing okay?
Yeah, that's
Damn, he got the shoe off. Hmm.
Yeah, it's the weirdest shit. It's the weirdest shit. The articles of clothing that are not on you after you've gotten hit by a car. It's weird.
Yeah. I've actually talked to people that had their fucking shoes knocked off, their shoes and socks knocked off.
Mm-hmm. I've had my when I got hit by a car on my bike when I was a kid. I had my fucking the shoe on the non-broken leg was missing. Because when I came to and my broken foot was, broken leg was, my foot was facing the opposite direction as normal, I was like, yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Dude. So, how long did it take for you to convalesce?
I'm not sure. It was, it was just, that was a bad day.
Do scenes in movies with compound fractures.
All right, these next two are interesting because it's just like I happened to run into these two crane videos side by side. This is Seattle. This happened like a couple of weeks ago, and this is the raw footage from it. So this guy's obviously got a dash cam going, and he's in traffic. Not bad. Doesn't look too bad. No Antifa, blocking people and shit like they like to do. I guess there was no Republicans doing shit that day. They were
there it goes.
And here it comes.
Oh!
And then the next one, man, the one after it. All right. Let's see if I got it queued up right. But that was a huge mess. All right, you see the
red trucks is just like, yeah, I don't care. I'm just gonna keep on moving my business.
Yeah, I need to go for I'm busy. Just got shit to do. Fuck them. Man. Yeah, who cares if somebody got hurt?
Yeah.
Back in the day, man, we would have stopped and helped people, like these people are doing. I'll be down. All right, and this is in China, I think.
Is it Carrot Top? Carrot Top.
No. This is in Yemen.
Oh my God! Look at that thing go.
Oh God.
They'll wobble and shit in the wind anyway, right?
We're supposed to. And it's free.
It's another thing. Sports came off.
Oh! That's like Godzilla shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Let's watch it again.
What if that's God? And it's like, look, I'm trying to show you I exist. I'm blowing up the planet.
That's not how Jenga's supposed to be played.
Absolutely.
Jenga!
Or it could have been the last level of Donkey Kong.
That's funny, man. Jenga. Nice.
Oh God! Oh God!
And this fucking idiot is trying to start a fucking chainsaw by holding the blade between his legs.
How to start your own self-circumcision service.
Is he gonna? I still wanted to start at this point.
Yeah.
No. Oh god. Oh god. Although that would have been natural.
All right, y'all. All right, if you don't want to see this, does have what ended up being a fatality. This is a police. There was no explanation as to what happened to this guy, why he was standing in the middle of the road with a knife, and why his son was trying to, back him off. Obviously, I don't know. I was thinking maybe this guy has some psych shit, but this didn't end well for this guy. So if you need to go or turn to the channel, please do. I totally get it. Right. All right. So here we go. All right. With that disclaimer, we're gonna hit the play button.
Take off my jacket.
I cut it down. It was about 25 minutes.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
And the police cops are here.
Yeah, CHP. I think this guy's a sheriff.
The police cops haven't shot anybody. That's what I would expect. You know what I mean? Like I would expect.
This is why, so they can't shoot him yet.
If we can just get you into the...
No, you know what I mean. People would have you believe they'd already be shooting.
Right.
Because they're stupid.
Yep.
This is really good shooting.
One of these cops sounds like Raymond.
What?
Everybody hates Raymond or loves Raymond or whatever. One of the cops, he's got a voice like that. Real nasally.
He must be a stepdad because he's saying he kept saying you're white, you're white.
Angel, back up, buddy. Back up, man. Back up.
Angel.
That's Angel.
Hey,
don't do nothing crazy doing it.
The son-in-law, stepson.
Stepson, maybe.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Go! Stop!
Ah, Jesus.
Mary 3, shots fired. Shots fired. Put down the knife!
Why the fuck would he do that, man? You know?
Oh, this poor guy.
Put down the knife! Get away from the knife! Somebody get that knife! Take that knife out of there! Put down the knife! Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There we go. Let's get some cuffs on him. Let's get some cuffs on him. Let's get some cuffs on him.
All right, and we'll go ahead and get out of this. Because
Hot damn, man. That was some...
So the guy didn't survive.
Pew, pew, pew.
Well, yeah, they put cuffs on him, and the
EMTs came in.
EMTs came. Thank you. I want to say EMP. It's, no, it's a different thing. I read. Okay.
He's okay.
All right, this is a bull going batshit crazy because I think people are trying to stick shit in him. There you go.
Oh, fuck, that's a good goal. That's a goal. Oh, good.
What's the old saying? You mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Absolutely.
Oh, shit. Fatality.
They wasted.
Dude, I know
AP wins. Fatality.
Yeah, that's just. I'm sorry, that's evolution in action.
Mm-hmm.
It is. You know,
there's footage of one of the matadors getting a horn right in the crack.
All right, now, this is. I was looking at this thing about. I want to put nature shit in, kind of like Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, So
we could go see what it's like to be a
every week I'd like to put in some predatory shit or some, some goofy critter shit. So here's the critters.
It haunts my dreams. I rate when you do these things to us.
Check this out. This is a jackal. This is a jackal attacking birds. These motherfuckers
More
are
nightmares
fast.
for Trippy.
And And the flamingo.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Nice.
Got flanked and plowed, and is now dinner. And this is a pelican.
That's some prime meat for that.
You think the predators like talk shit sometimes? Like they're like, "No, I'm gonna eat this. This is your kid, but I'm eating it. It's a dead bitch."
Yeah, well, when they work in packs, they'll go after like antelopes and shit, and nip at them and stuff.
The sick one, the one that's got the twisted paw or whatever.
And they'll like
Slowest.
death by 1,000 cuts. They'll nip at them and shit until they drop down, and then they grab them and start tearing them up while they're still alive. You remember that one last week with the stomach hanging out and shit?
Yeah.
All right. Now this is a mongoose, and you know what mongoose do? Is that a word, mongoose?
They have oddly human
Prospero?
ears. Looks like it's got a person's ear.
A
where you
mongoose,
paused
yes,
it.
I do.
Yes, is that
What a mongoose is? Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Exactly. Uzi and I were talking about Ricky Tikki Tavi, and when I found this, I like the music. It's very dramatic.
Yes, it is. Bum bum bum.
And here's.
Are you gonna show us mongoose sex?
Oh, here's Johnny. Hi, Johnny.
I think the mongoose is gonna.
It's funny you said that because Johnny helped out in the chat.
Oh shit. So Johnny. This thing's like, you serious, man? I just woke up.
A mongoose is gonna fuck that cobra up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it will.
That's what they do.
Ricky Tikki Tavi. Get the bait game.
It's like the cobra kind of changed its mind a little bit. He's like, oh fuck, wait, maybe I won't win this.
Get it? It's amazing. It's one of the.
Close his hood, too.
And it's one of the few mammals that can kill a cobra.
What's up? Just gonna blow its mouth shut?
Mongoose are so
Johnny
fast.
Hellcat, man. What's up? Sharp Wolf. Welcome aboard. You've been modded.
Come on, yeah, I got you.
Oh, there it is. Bam!
Oh, here's the wrestle.
That's right.
Yep.
Right in the back of the
See
head.
a reverse naked chokehold to a rabid Wolverine or a rabid mongoose to the face.
He's just biting his mouth off. Oh, fuck you up. How is that snake still alive? Damn.
Give it time.
I wonder if that music is anyway. So, yeah, I worry about stupid shit.
The fucking mongoose got that reversal, dude, and then he just took over the whole fight. And it's like a Street Fighter.
A fierce mongoose.
Yeah.
There's a funny thing about Hawaii.
Yeah, this is a crazy lady at a college, right? And she just shows up and starts yelling at these girls. So this is what she's moral fagging on them, as we say.
Okay.
You girls have already had a penis in your mouth.
That was muted at my end.
Don't you know that causes chlamydia of the throat?
Chlamydia of the throat.
Oh.
Chlamydia of the throat, young lady.
Oh man.
Get a master's degree in oral sex.
What did they give her? Those kids gave her something.
It's the same lady.
More than God, you're going to hell.
She ate the wrong brownies, man.
That devil's lettuce.
Oh, speak of the devil and his lettuce.
Chunky face! Chunky face!
Oh, that's another Snyder.
There we go!
Let's pick this time.
Oh, the guy was yelling something like "chunky fry."
Yeah, this is this is in Great Britain. So these two ladies.
Is this in Scotland?
Having a bit of a row.
Chunky fight.
Hey! Chunky fight.
Oh no! She fell in her house.
I did Taekwondo as a kid.
Now she teaches at 36 Chambers here at the New Orleans Boxing Club.
We teach classes in Kung Fu and Chinese kickboxing.
Those moves came in handy
Chinese
yesterday
boxing.
when this wannabe robber almost got a
What's the
knockout
difference?
punch. The man approached her
This is in
pretending he
Louisiana.
was interested in
Kicking?
classes.
I mean,
She
what's the
didn't have a
difference
printout,
between-
so she told
it's
him to
still
check
boxing.
out their social media
I don't know
page.
nothing
His
about
phone
this
wasn't
stuff.
working, so I got my phone out to show him where to look on the Instagram for the schedule. So now we're gonna take the knee up higher.
She tried showing the man classes when suddenly he snatched her phone away and tried taking off on his bike.
She grabbed that
but
shirt.
he didn't get far.
Got him
It's
by the
quick as
neck
fuck.
and was
Like a
able
cobra.
to hold his leg so he couldn't move, and then I was able to get the phone
He's
back
like, what do I do now?
and push him away.
she had him
Kind of
by
got
the
him in the
neck.
face once.
She made
and
him her
then
bitch.
herd him away
Indeed.
from our student back to his bike
Look
to
at
get
how
him
his
out of there
body
as quickly
language
as
changed.
possible.
Did he scream? Did he react anyway?
Kung Fu is
There was
Chinese.
only screaming after I got him off.
Well, so she got him once. but I mean,
Floyd lives next to the gym. He caught it all
Well,
on
Floyd-
surveillance video. At first,
Karate is the word for empty
But
hand.
then I saw the anger in the
grabbed him around the neck,
situation.
too.
That's when me and my buddy ran down, and I ran down with my bat. So, but Mary,
Is that
she
little
already had
Floyd?
to take
She
care
gonna
of
choke a
her.
bitch.
Oh, little Floyd
every
was
time
gonna
he
be
looks
great.
at the footage, he's blown
Listen
away.
to the dude, what he
I've already
says.
known that she was already a black belt.
Listen.
I knew it was in her, but to finally see it, I'm not gonna lie.
I ain't messing with it. Hey, we're back to the vampire facial. Hey, so we'll roll back to the main burn. And
I don't think injecting your own blood into your body anywhere is a good idea.
Burning
Just
Man.
saying.
Yeah, that's some fucked up
Not on
stuff,
your own.
man. And if you're, if you really are not comfortable with your looks to that point where you're willing to like, risk AIDS to get it,
bleed yourself.
yeah,
Fuck that.
talk to somebody that loves you, man.
I think the only time they usually inject your blood back in you is if you like plasma, right?
That's what
Or
she
white
said.
blood
That they, the quote doctor said something about they were using plasma or something. And I'm like, was it plasma or is it blood? Or is it? Are they just sticking needles in people's faces? Because that's what it looked like to me.
And they're charging them to do it. So
Exactly, a shitload of money. Kim Kardashian, how
Mm-hmm.
much do you think she paid for that shit? I'm just saying,
Yeah.
One must love themselves and give a fuck what
Well-
others think of them.
Exactly. Those
I see Kyle moment.
That's right. Thank you, Kyle. I mean, Stone Monkey. Mask Harukin, greetings. Michael Hatfield.
Hadouken.
Still
That's
here.
what that mongoose did, was like Hadouken. And then it just took over the fight and won. It's crazy.
Sam Stutler. Yeah, Sunda, that's kickboxing, Chinese kickboxing, but most Chinese watch K1 rules. Very good. Thank you, Sam Stutler. Karate means empty hand, right? And kamikaze means divine wind. So that's all Irate knows about Asia right there. So we got one more story we want to talk about before we split. Or do you need to go ahead and go, Prospero?
I do need to go, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, shoot. It was a great.
Other obligation calls that I.
Well, why don't you go ahead and shield yourself on that?
Oh yeah. Well, you can find me on Minions of the Zoo, on the Minions of the Zoo Night Streams channel. I don't happen to have the link handy, man, but you can find us. We stream all the time, 7 nights a week.
Yeah.
Friday has been our game stream. We're on a brief hiatus from game stream, so it's more of a regular stream now. I host on Thursdays. Skeptalk, whom many of you are familiar with, hosts on Wednesdays. And we're all on the same channel. We just rotate hosts.
Exactly.
And it's just, kind of shoot the shit kind of show most of the time. Sometimes there's a topic. Sometimes there's not. Yes, yeah, you do. Cause just hit me up.
All right.
In DMs or anywhere, because we haven't shot the chat in a long time.
In quite a bit.
And I want to.
Quite a
Yes, and I want to thank you guys for allowing me to kind of sort of read out loud.
We appreciate you sitting in for Timma tonight. It was awesome. It was Timma gave me a day's notice, so it was awesome that you said yes. You were the first person I went to. So, just wanted you to know that. Okay?
Just chuff my little ego.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
My not so little ego. And it was really nice meeting you, Stone Monkey.
It was nice meeting you too.
And speaking with you, Full Metal Pickle and Trippypoop again, and Irate, as always.
Guten Abend, Freund.
Guten Abend, meine Freunde.
Yeah.
Take care, dudes.
Schlafen
See you later.
Ja.
Schlafen Sie gut, yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Slavic sandwich.
Yeah, that was what I said. Y'all
Okay.
take care. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, you want to, Stone Monkey, you want to shill? Got something?
Oh yeah, dude! Freaking freaking Nights of the Coffee Table, Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So that's what 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m.
Eastern.
9 p.m. Eastern. Me, Excel, Sinrise, and Bash. We just do games. Talk about games, shoot the shit, kind of stuff. Go a little political, and then Saturdays we usually have a drunken game stream going on. Fun times.
Fun
times.
Yes.
You be careful with that Excel guy. He can be a bad influence.
Oh, I know. He's gotten me moving my way around the YouTubes. I used to be a shy little guy that just kind of hung out and stayed in the background. Now I'm branching out.
People like me, he's a bad influence.
That dude can play a bass, man. I'll tell you that. I was impressed.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Be careful if he breaks out those knee pads, because you know he's up to something.
Yeah, Excel's a great dude. I appreciate him very much. He's been
I heard
a
he's
good
the
friend.
only YouTuber with bedazzled knee pads.
Bedazzled knee pads. That's correct.
I've seen them, and yeah, they are fucking
They're
pretty
glorious.
bedazzling, man. Won't lie, I'm jealous.
All right. So Trippy, you got anything you want to shill before we split?
Yeah, Trippycast. You guys know me. Trippycast. Let's do Sundays. We'll be back Sunday. I took the break on Wednesday and Thursday this week. I wasn't feeling so good. Kind of feeling a little better, but yeah, we'll be back Sunday over there. So come on and subscribe and stuff.
That's right.
We'll make fun of people's dating profiles.
Pickle.
I am the Full Metal Pickle. You can find me at the Full Metal Pickle channel, where I bullshit about music, and something is coming.
Oh shit!
It's not winter because that's already come.
Check out the little video teaser I made. It was thrown together hastily, but it's
good. Shut up. Stop underselling yourself.
I saw it. It looked great
all the time.
Yeah, I've already seen it, and it's great.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up to something.
He knows what he's doing.
He's up to good, not no good. He's up to good. We know that because he's the pickle Jesus.
Yeah,
I wouldn't put my faith in a false idol. Anyway, this is Irate Prostate. Of course, you have been watching the CREEM stream. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I had a ball putting it together, and I always love hanging out with these dudes and shooting the shit. Stone Monkey, man, this was awesome having you as a guest. This is very fun shit.
It's been an honor, man. Like I said, it's an honor to be on. Dude, like I said, I'm definitely not nervous now, but I won't lie. Like I said, when I first came in, I was sitting there grabbing the bong, just shaking. I'm like, I'm nervous now. I'm just kind of like, God damn, that was a lot easier than I expected.
Yeah, man, exactly. So, so I want to do a little quick shill. Let's see, tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, that'll be, I think, I want to say 2:00 Eastern, 1:00 Central, and that'll be 11:00 Pacific. I will be joining Blind Press, Skep Talk and Company, and we'll be talking about Deep Space Nine. God, I can't remember. Past Tense, I think, is the name of it. It's a two-parter episode from the old Deep Space Nine series. We're doing Star Trek, all iterations of it. We might even do the current shit. So anyway, enough of that. Tomorrow, Sunday, I'm doing 5 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 p.m. Central and 2 p.m. Pacific. I will be having the ice cream interview number 47 with Mad Woman Muses, also known as Maddie. It should be fascinating because her parents had to flee Cuba, and shit when Castro took over. So I'm gonna get into that a little bit. That should be interesting. And the week after that will be Sir Adamantine will be in the chair. So, and of course next Thursday, Big Fat Brian and I are going to look at the Fire documentary. I'm gonna probably watch both of them, the one on Hulu and the one on Netflix. So anyway, with that in mind, thanks everybody for coming. It's been a great show. Everybody say bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye, folks.
All right, and this is Irate saying I'm OUT for another week. See y'all.
Every week on Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern, the CREEM Stream, the weekly world news for YouTube. Sundays, 5 p.m. Eastern, the Ice Cream Interviews, fascinating people, fascinating people. Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, Hot Takes with the Butter Baron, watching horrible shit so you don't have to. Subscribe to Irate Prostate now.
It's such a fine line between stupid and clever. Yeah.
Now look, I get that a lot of people aren't sure that we're serious about this. I know that we don't exactly have the strongest reputation on privacy right now, to put it lightly.